So I played in a Mario Kart tournament this past weekend. This was me. Never mind the shirt. No, actually mind this shirt. Yeah, it was a big hit, but look a little closer. Do you see who I picked? Funky Kong in a Mercedes. Now just look how fly I was. Ready to turn Rainbow Road into the Autobahn. Yeah! But I definitely didn't win. Hell, I didn't even place. And guess what? When it came down to the final four, not a Wario, not a King Boo, not even a Rogue Dry Bones. Hell no. 4 Yoshis. Red Yoshi,
Black Yoshi, Blue Yoshi, Green Yoshi.
The damn Teletubbies of Kart. I walked out of there fully unsober with just one question on my mind. Have we optimized the fun right out of competitive gaming? Now look, I promise this isn't strictly just some old head shit. Follow along, all right? We're going somewhere with this. As a young adult and through my college years, competitive gaming was as much a part of what I did while playing the solo JRPGs and adventure games that I still love to this day. For every Safer Sephiroth slain, there were hundreds of matches of Tekken 3. For every DMC 3 perfect parry performance, I was pairing just as many Hadoukens and spinning beats, while spinning beats with the homies. Yeah, we had our chuns, we had our yuns, but back in the day, you tended to play the character that felt like you, the one that matched your vibe, your steez, the one that you could style with.
I get it though.
Even with a little bit of money on the line, people started to act brand new, even in that era. Dog, I remember going to a Third Strike tournament in No Fuck Where, Ohio, circa like 2008, and the first place winner, Chun-Li. Second place winner, I think it was a Ken. I can't really recall. I guess the winners really do write the history books, huh? Now look, I don't mean to put the winner on blast here from the Mario Kart tournament, but he was a straight up ghost between matches. Dude would show up, get perfect 60s on the Grand Prix, every single one of the Grand Prix. Yo, bro was so far ahead that second place finishers were getting bullet bills and stars. And then he just up and disappeared. Wasn't interacting with people, making connections, nothing. My guy was here for a paycheck and that was it. And that's not to say he's not some debonair fella that was just trying to cover his drink tab for the night. But I felt like he was all clinician and no cool, all precision and no posture. Can't we have both? Remember how I said that this wasn't just gonna be some old head shit? Well, maybe it is, because the more I think about it, all the reasons that I believe things have changed are mostly the new shit. Now, outside of gaming, I'm a huge fight nerd, like deep into fighting. I've trained most of my life. I watch UFC events pretty much every weekend. I watch shows like Morning Combat on Mondays and Fridays. What I love most about MMA are the style matchups. You've got former greats like Adesanya's deep mind games, Topuria's aggression, Hamzat's chaos, art in motion. But if every fighter that stepped in the cage just used strictly best practices and conformed to a single meta, it'd be pretty damn boring, yeah? I get that it's easy to say express yourself when the prize is just a couple of free natty lights, bragging rights, and not having to buy the pizza for the squad, but it's another entirely when you do this for a living. With massive FGC tournaments, sponsored teams, and 4 or 5 figure purses on the line, expression often goes out the window, and bringing home the bacon is the only goal. The Street Fighter 6 tournament winner in 2023 took home over 76 grand. EVO 2022 had a prize clearing the 6-figure mark. I mean, fuck. A recent Dota 2 tournament had a top takeaway of $250,000. But oftentimes, the risk of picking up a low-tier character can pay big money itself. There are so many examples of great players that chose shitty characters that it could be its own video. I'd imagine Rufo Monger or Guile Winquo already beat me to it though, so maybe just, use your search bar for that one. For example, in 2024, Zhang Ronchu Hyung Ho pulled the ultimate big ball or big ovary move. He chose Panda, taking the Tekken World Cup off a bunch of higher tiered characters. Interestingly, the Bears went pretty far up the tier list. That's largely because of this victory and people seeing that they are viable characters in Tekken 8 due to this high profile victory. Usually when those oh shit moments happen, people start to dabble and often realize that the meta can be shifted with just a bit of practice. Part of the benefit of choosing a low-tier king or queen is the element of surprise. No one expects it, and no one knows exactly how to play against it. Another real fight reference, great fighters often start to fall off, of course once their athleticism leaves, but a big reason is there's a lot of tape on them. And what I mean by that is there's footage of their fights. Once your opponent can watch hours of you fighting, picking up on tells, habits, and patterns gets so much easier. But if you don't have much of that footage, it often lets you get the drop on opponents. And if you put the time in to master the intricacies and decrease the gaping weaknesses through raw skill, suddenly you're a bit of a dark horse. Now, in Mario Kart 8, there aren't a lot of specific moves or tactics that really set each character apart, just the raw stats. While heavies do have some slight benefits, like how sticky they are to the course, that's actually why I like them, the lack of acceleration out of dead stops is a real bitch, because you'll be stopped a lot in tight competition. Unless, of course, you're Yoshi, on a bike, zipping the fuck around. I get it, but man, it's so deadly, dog. Though it's almost like Nintendo anticipated this. Look how many colors there are for Yoshi. Reason number 4080. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and lean into it now. The internet changed us, man. Back in my day, when a game dropped, there it was. You just played what you got, flaws and all. And for many games of the 90s and 2000s, the fun was in those flaws. I mean, games like CVS 2, Marvel 2, even some aspects of my beloved Third Strike. There are so many broken mechanics and characters in those games. But outside of brand new additions, you basically just got what you got. Not to mention, most of my knowledge until the late 2000s, when the YouTube era really started to pick up, came from just messing around in casuals. I learned so much from playing hundreds of hours with my bro in games like Tekken Tag, Virtua Fighter, as well as so many meetups with the fellas just to try stuff out. Now the second a game drops, there's thousands of tier lists, a beginner, intermediate, an advanced combo and tactic video from dozens of channels, and best practices for universal mechanics and skills. Don't get me wrong though, I actually love this. It's fantastic that new players don't need an older sibling or a local arcade. Knowledge is all around you. Accessibility is way up. But I think it's also kind of killed the art of discovery and stamped out creativity throughout competitive gaming. So many of us gamers have hyper-analytical minds. We are sort of conditioned to try to find the best route, the best move for a boss, the best weapon or item to overcome an obstacle. So if you give a lot of us a particular combo path that works nearly every time, or, one specific character type and cart pick that puts you at a significant advantage overall, we're probably gonna take it. Efficiency is cool when you're talking about your car or your job, but video games aren't work. They're supposed to be something at least resembling enjoyable, if not outright fun. And if you're trying to only win, sure, I get it. But if we're all running the same setup, same cart, same wheels, same glider, what's the point? What are we competing for? Not to show off our play style and our skills. I don't know about y'all, but I do enough math at my day job. I got spreadsheets, KPIs, evaluations.
Boring.
Gaming is supposed to be my escape, not just additional work. Take my guy who won the Mario Kart tourney. Dude was impressive, that I'll give him. He was looking over his shoulder for shells, dropping super horns perfectly in time to keep it moving. He was hopping into and out of every turn constantly. He knew the courses like the back of his hand, but it all felt so clinical, cold, efficient, perfect item usage, picture-perfect drift timing. Bro was a moving calculator. To me, the excitement of competition is testing your knowledge and skills against someone else's. And when it's all mirror matches, it feels too much like solving for an equation and less about showing off what you do best. But something about a victory with a hyper-tuned, ultra-laid-out approach feels kinda hollow to me. A little bit like cooking the books. Now, the other characters that I played against in my first and only heat were not playing Yoshi. And you know what? We all came in varying spots in the top 1 to 6 for every race. Everyone was good. This wasn't some playtime for us. It was close and competitive, and I was having a genuine, heart-thumping good time. Now, if dude was in my heat, shit, I may have rage quit or, chugged another drink to cope with the pain.
Or both.
I think y'all get my point. So here's the real thesis. I don't hate optimization. I hate homogeneity. At that tournament, I made actual friends. I had some hilarious laughs. My shirt had folks in both shock and awe. The Funky Kong pick turned heads. I didn't win, but you know what? I stood out and I enjoyed myself. I don't think there's only one way to play video games. This isn't me saying the winner was wrong, or every Yoshi player is a scrub, or everyone that picks Chun-Li can
Kiss my black ass.
Okay, yeah, actually that one's true. I'm not even saying everyone has to pick like joke characters, but can we stop pretending that everybody doing the same shit is just peak performance? Homie may have picked up the W, but I think I won more on the evening. Keep your $100 in your mushroom cup. And while I may have been the only primate in a sea full of dinosaurs, we all know who lasts longer in the end. My blue shell is coming for you like them asteroids did, job. So what about you? Are you a meta maestro, a self-expression stan, or somewhere right in the middle? And am I just a salty asshole for not having a cool trophy to put in the background of my YouTube videos? So if you enjoyed this discussion, check out this one on how 20 years changed the way I see my favorite game of all time, Suikoden 2. Follow me on all socials at TheGamersician. Like, share, and subscribe. And remember, Funky Kong is for the people.